Hello. Welcome back to the KL10 Talks channel. Hope you are doing well. Today, we are going to talk about nice people. See there are people who help others in times of need, provide support during struggle. Then there are people who give charity and donate for a good cause. Then come the type of people who give away their entire wealth, who donate their entire wealth after their death. Above them, there are you lot who are subscribed to this channel. And that may seem to be the nicest type of people. But then, we have Chuck Feeney. It took decades, but Chuck Feeney, the former billionaire co-founder of the retail giant duty-free shoppers, has finally given away all his money to charity. He has nothing left now, but he couldn't be happier. Charles Chuck Feeney, who co-founded airport retailer Duty Free Shoppers with Robert Miller in 1960, amassed billions while living a life of monk-like frugality. As a philanthropist, he pioneered the idea of giving whilst living. Since you can't take it with you, why not give it all away? Have control of where it goes and see the results with your own eyes. This is enough to make us admire this man. But let's dive real deep into his works.
We learned a lot. We would do some things differently, but I am very satisfied. I feel very good about completing this on my watch, Mr. Feeney says. My thanks to all those who joined us on this journey. And to those wondering about giving while living, try it. You will like it. Over the last 4 decades, Feeney has donated more than $8 billion to charities, universities, and foundations worldwide through his foundation, the Atlantic Philanthropies. In 2012, he estimated he had set aside about $2 million for his and his wife's retirement. In other words, he has given away 375,000% more money than his current net worth. And he gave it away anonymously. While many wealthy philanthropists enlist an army of publicists to trumpet their donations, Feeney went to great lengths to keep his gifts secret. Because of his secretive globe-trotting philanthropy campaign, he was called the James Bond of philanthropy. But Feeney has come in from the cold. The man who amassed a fortune selling luxury goods to tourists and later launched private equity powerhouse General Atlantic lives in an apartment in San Francisco that has the austerity of a freshman dorm room. That's Feeney. Understated profile, oversized impact. No longer secret, his extreme charity and big bet grants have won over the most influential entrepreneurs and philanthropists. His stark generosity and gutsy investments influenced Bill Gates and Warren Buffett when they launched the Giving Pledge in 2010. It was an aggressive campaign to convince the world's wealthiest to give away at least half of their fortunes before their deaths. Chuck was a cornerstone in terms of inspiration for the Giving Pledge, says Warren Buffett. He's a model for all of us. It's going to take me 12 years after my death to get done with what he's doing within his lifetime. Feeney gave big money to big problems, whether bringing peace in Northern Ireland, modernizing Vietnam's healthcare system, or spending $350 million to turn New York's long-neglected Roosevelt Island into a technology hub. He didn't wait to grant gifts after death or set up a legacy fund that annually tosses pennies at a $10 problem. Instead, he hunted for causes where he can have a dramatic impact and went all in. Feeney summarized his mission in a few sentences. He says, "I see little reason to delay giving when so much good can be achieved through supporting worthwhile causes. Besides, it's a lot more fun to give while you live than give while you are dead." On September 14, 2020, Feeney completed his 4-decade mission and signed the documents to shutter the Atlantic Philanthropies. The ceremony, which happened over Zoom with Atlantic Philanthropies board, included video messages from Bill Gates and former California Governor Jerry Brown. Speaker of House Nancy Pelosi sent an official letter from US Congress thanking Feeney for his work. At its height, the Atlantic Philanthropies had 300 plus employees and 10 global offices across 7 time zones. The specific closure date was set years ago as part of his long-term plan to make high-risk, high-impact donations by setting a hard deadline to give away all his money and close shop. The 2020 expiration date added urgency and discipline. It gave the Atlantic Philanthropies the time to document its history, reflect on wins and losses, and create a strategy for other institutions to follow. As Feeney said, our giving is based on opportunities, not a plan to stay in business for a long time. While his philanthropy is out of business, its influence reverberates worldwide thanks to its big bets on health, science, education, and social action. Where did the $8 billion go, begs the question. Well, Feeney gave $3.7 billion to education, more than $870 million went to human rights and social change, $62 million in grants to abolish the death penalty in the US, and $76 million for grassroots campaigns supporting the passage of Obamacare. He gave more than $700 million in gifts to health, ranging from a $270 million grant to improve public healthcare in Vietnam and a $176 million gift to the Global Brain Health Institute at the University of California, San Francisco. One of Feeney's final gifts, $350 million for Cornell to build a technology campus on the New York's Roosevelt Island, is a classic example of his giving philosophy. While notoriously frugal in his own life, Feeney was ready to spend big and go broke when the value and potential impact outweighed the risk.
You start off with a game plan. There's logic in making things happen now, especially if now there are things out there that are necessary. And I'm not here to tell anybody what they should do with their money. If you make your money, you do what you want with it. But I think there is an obligation, certainly, for the haves to reach out and to look at, see what they can do. I think we don't realize the problems that are going to be facing the need to support our kids in schools. We teach kids how to ride bikes, and some of them had never ridden a bike before. And of course, the joy of some child who finds out that he can ride a bike, was like winning the lottery. Any money that people give to any good cause, as long as it's well managed, is worthwhile. Success is success, if you achieve what you think you wanted to achieve, you've operated successfully. We tried to do that.
A shy American billionaire is helping transform Queensland's medical research, and in doing so, he's saving lives.
And he's 81 years old. Few people on earth have given away more.
The reclusive philanthropist donated $27.5 million to the improved facility.
Queensland has benefited greatly from the Americans' generosity, which has seen him give away $6 billion around the world.
Well, Chuck Feeney, who you mentioned, is one of the great philanthropists of the age.
He is quite likely the world's most generous and modest donor. Chuck is the man who had it all and gave it all away.
The most important thing for him now is to spread the gospel of giving while living and to influence more people who have money to give it away and to give it away wisely.
Here was someone external to ourselves having faith in us, and the psychological impact was tremendous.
Giving while dead, you don't feel anything, but you give it away today, you can see what it's going to do, and then you can modify your mistakes. It is clearly more than money. It's satisfaction that you're achieving something that is helpful to people, and I think you do get satisfaction out of something that happens on your watch. In the world we live in today, there is such a need to reach out and help people. The world is full of a lot of people who have less than they need, and each time you can address their problem, you help them to move forward and to feel that, all right, the life can change, and I can change it.
What an absolute legend he is! We need more of these on this planet. Even the richest men on earth are inspired by his achievements.
Warren Buffett says, Chuck's been the model for all of us. If you have the right heroes in life, you are 90% of the way home. Chuck Feeney is a good hero to have. Lauren Jobs says, Chuck Feeney is a true pioneer. Spending down his resources during his lifetime has inspired a generation of philanthropists, including me, and his dedication to anonymous giving and focus on addressing the problems of the day reflect the strength of his character and social conscience. We all follow in his footsteps. In his video message, Bill Gates said, Chuck created a path for other philanthropists to follow. I remember meeting him before starting the Giving Pledge. He told me we should encourage people not to give just 50%, but as much as possible during their lifetime. No one is a better example of that than Chuck. Many people talk to me about how he inspired them. It is truly amazing. Sandy Wheels proclaimed that Chuck took giving to a bigger extreme than anyone. There's a lot of rich people, very few of them fly coach. He never spent the money on himself and gave everything away. A lot of people are now understanding the importance of giving it away and the importance of being involved in the things you give your money to.
His prodigious work may have ended, but it sure did give a rise to many others who follow the same path. If you are inspired by him, if you want to be a legend just like him, subscribe to this channel with notifications on and hit that like button. I'll be seeing you next time with another amazing video, but until then, thank you, stay safe, bye.
It's like it's playtime and it's free time. In the dance, yeah, they have it like a glance. Yeah, we stepping out the room. Got money in my mind. I got pussy shine, caught it on my line. And I try, really try, focus on my grind. Why they wanna watch when I ain't got the time? I ain't got the time.